Welcome to Love, Light, and Darkness Tarot. This is the reading for the Earth signs. Earth signs, I'm really interested to do your reading because I've actually done your reading 3 times and the audio never saved. So I'm curious what message is going to come out for you now that didn't come out for you then. And speaking of messages that come out in one form and not another, the way that I read is that we're all living one big story. So be sure to check out the other videos. The other elements may have elements of the story that come out there that just aren't going to come out here. And they will also be checking out your reading as well. Additionally, the way that I read, I am an intuitive reader, although I do also pay respect to the canonical reading of the cards. I am intentionally recording this in a way where you just listen to it. I will call out the cards as it seems pressing to do so. I'm using the artist Decoded deck by Jennifer Sodini and Yoshino. However, I noticed that sometimes we can become a little too engulfed in specific cards and we can become very rigid in our thinking of these cards. So I did want to present the reading this go round in such a way where we take that element away and you can just listen to the reading and take what resonates with you. And if something doesn't resonate, please do not sit through the reading and be triggered. If something doesn't resonate, just let it go. All right, let's get into it. Also, if you enjoy the reading or any of the other readings, please be sure to give a thumbs up and to subscribe. Earth Collective, let's see what comes out for you. Like I said, I'm interested because I've filmed for you 3 times now. So what is the message, a general message for Earth Collective? I'm not using a particular spread if you're wondering. I'm just freely shuffling and seeing what messages come through. Okay, we have 3 cards coming out. 5 of Pentacles is 1, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Devil. Okay. There's something, obviously, with the Devil card, there's something very karmic going on. But I'm encouraged because Capricorn is part of the Earth Collective, and this is an Earth reading. And as we know, Capricorn is the sign of the Devil card. I'm going to get a clarifier about the Devil card. And that clarifier is strength. Now that's interesting. Capricorn and Leo. There are so many stories coming in. I'm just going to start off with all of them, and I'm sure as I continue to read, they'll narrow down. Thread 1, Earth Collective, some of you know good and well, you've put in the time, the energy, the effort that you needed to invest in order to have a harvest. So if you're looking at a situation and you're wondering, is this going to work out for me? It is. Have courage, show strength, because you've done everything you needed to do for this to go well for you. So if you're feeling nervous, if you're starting a new venture, you don't know if this is going to work out. Like, can I really be in this role? Like, maybe you were hired at a company at a very significant position of leadership, or there's a lot of responsibility on you. You wonder, can I really do this? Yes, you can. You know, you put in, you didn't cut corners. You put in the time, the effort, the day in and day out, the grunt work of it all to become masterful in this role, to be someone who can be trusted with this responsibility. You know you did. So this opportunity is your harvest. And maybe you can't see yourself flourishing in it right now, but you will. Don't be daunted. Don't be discouraged. Don't be afraid. Don't let anxiety stop you from stepping into this position, because you're qualified. I even feel like you're more than qualified to do whatever this next role is. And for some of you, because lovers appear in the double card, because double and lovers are on the same axis, the six. This could be a relationship where you wonder, can I really be someone's partner? Am I really ready to live with somebody and like be their point of contact? Am I really, can I do that? Can I make this happen? Can I be that for somebody? Yes, you can. You've learned the lessons. You've done the self work. You are trustworthy. You can be trusted with this role in someone's life. 100% you can. Some of you are being entrusted with leadership and you wonder, should I really be leading? What if I lead these people astray? Or what if they all follow me and it goes it goes up in flames? It's not going to. Have courage, be brave, be audacious. Have the audacity to believe that you can do this. Some of you are starting out in something and you don't have much money to work with. That's only for right now. Like maybe you have enough money to relocate, but you don't necessarily have enough money to live on. It's not going to stay that way. You have a skill, you have an expertise, you have something that's a money maker. It's a money generator. And once you do it a couple times, after just a couple pay periods or something, you're going to be set. You'll be fine. Don't worry about how like it's going to deplete what you have just to make a move. Make the move. I'm telling you, within like 2 pay periods, you would have made that money back. Or after a couple sales, you'll be set where you're in the clear. You have a nice cushion. You have money to live on and money that you're saving at the same time. Because here's another thread. There's someone around you who either you're connected to them or you were connected to them. They want to overpower you. They see how powerful you are and they see how powerful you're becoming and having autonomy over your life and having the final say over your own affairs. They only know you as someone who's like struggling, someone who's budgeting, someone who's trying to make it, someone who's trying to earn a credential or trying to get the business off the ground. That's the only way they know you, and that's the way they like you. But now they see that whatever finish line you were meant to cross, you crossed it. And now you can start making the moves you always planned on making. They want to overpower you, and it could be a fire sign, or it could be someone whose natal sign falls in your eighth house. It could be someone older than you, or they have seniority in some way, and they want to reassert their seniority by telling you it's almost like a commandment. Thou shalt do this, thou shalt not do that. They want their words to be commandments to you that you have to obey. And they're starting to understand that that's not the case. If this is a parental figure, they're understanding that's not the case anymore. You do not have to obey them. And there's a significant story here about money, resources. Like they're used to you not having it. And now that you do have it, someone sees your life unfurling right before their eyes. They see things about you that you don't even see. They see that this business you started is going to take off. You're going to make more than enough money and you're going to be able to do whatever you want in life. Live where you want, drive what you want, wear what you want, take trips where you want, when you want. You're not going to have to penny pinch. You're not going to have to wait for, some PTO. You're not going to have to save your days up until 1 week so you can take 1 week off a year. That's not going to be you. There's something here about you having mastery. The three of pentacles, three is on the same frequency as the empress, remember? So like you're very free. You are your own boss. You are your own, like you just have mastery over your life. And it comes from how you aligned yourself to this through the hard work you put in. And someone knows that what's next for you is not even a leveling up. You're already at the level. It's just everything's going to manifest on earth in a way where everyone can see it. Like you've already put in the work to be worthy of these things. It's just now you're going to be able to have them, hold them, wear them, drive them, um, create them, and market them. It's something like that. And someone can see it. They know that you'll probably meet someone if you want to. You can meet a partner, and the quality of that partner far surpasses what anyone in their world has ever seen. You know, strength and star are on the same frequency. Someone sees you already that you are a star, you shine. You know what makes you shine the most? That you put this work in while someone was oppressing you. You shine in your strength because people are now looking at all that's before you and they know, wow, you must be a very strong person to not only survive this oppression, but in the midst of the oppression, you never let it knock you off your square. You still invested what you needed to invest, learned what you needed to learn, got the credentials you needed to get. You were down for a minute, but you knew you wouldn't be down forever. And now the door is open to you where you don't have to be in uncertainty anymore. You don't have to wonder what's going to happen to you anymore. You are, you're like a walking, I don't even know. It's like you're walking money. Everywhere you go, you can generate money because you are the money. You are the bag. You are the pinnacle. Like other people have to find a job and then move. You are a walking pinnacle. There's something about mastery and expertise. There's something you know that you know it, or you know how to do it, and you can monetize the fact that you have this knowledge. So wherever you want to go on earth, you can go there and you'll generate pinnacles when you get there. And that gives you free reign in this world because you're not dependent on somebody hiring you, or you're not depending on somebody wanting you. And people are starting to put it together that the whole time somebody thought they had you under their thumb, oppressing you, that they had control over you, that they could nickel and dime you, that they can engage in financial abuse against you, that as long as they could make sure you couldn't earn money, they would always have control over you. Like maybe they were sabotaging you, maybe they were getting you blackballed, I don't know. But someone made sure that you could not be hired, or you wouldn't earn money, or that you would always be dependent on them somehow. But now it's being made clear that you set yourself up in a way where you don't have to ever earn money again. You can create it because of what you know. You create opportunities for yourself. You don't need anybody to hire you. Some of you really don't. Or like what you are is like an independent contractor, or you're hired as a consultant, or you can be hired or not be hired. It like being fired or being let go, it doesn't scare you because you have some sort of expertise that you can monetize at any time. It could be a side hustle that you do that is always going to be yours. You own it. You started it, and you can start like on YouTube. You maybe started a channel. You could start several channels if you want. You can have several streams of income coming in if you want, and there's nothing anybody can do about that, you know. And people are realizing you figured that out, and in so doing, now you're free and you'll never be oppressed again. And it's like somebody tried to be a devil in your life, but now you're the bigger devil because you have real strength, real courage. Man, this is a crisis for somebody who tried to oppress you or who wanted to be the big bad in your life. Somebody wanted to be the big bad where they will always have seniority, they'll always have control. Anything you try to do, like in this vocation, you have to go by them. Like somebody tried to be like the chief of something or the head of something, and all applications go through them. So if you try to make any move in your vocation, it has to go through them. And now they're realizing you found a way to use your expertise and your skills that has nothing to do with them. Nothing. They're not the big bad anything in your life. Yeah, there's an oppressor who's out of a job and they're just standing there empty handed because they're empty-handed, and they're also like really forlorn and lost because every day they would clock in to like oppress you, like checking on things to make sure you're not meeting new people, you're not getting new opportunities, you're not making more money, you still can't afford to move. Like they would check in every day to make sure you were right where they left you. It gave them an ego boost to think you're not leaving there. You're not, they could leave you there and you're not getting out of the pit they dug for you unless you like bow to them or ask them or beg them. It made them feel like so powerful. But now all they're left with is this world they've created of just nastiness. And like, think about all the pits they dug for you. Now they have to live in a world where there are all these pits that they dug. You don't have to live there, they have to live there. That's all they've got. And they have nothing to do now. They're out of a job. They have nothing to do because you're not around. And they know that not only did you escape them, but also you escaped them to live. They know it's going to be a much more fruitful life. That's why they're trying to make you feel unsure. Like, oh, do you have enough money? You have enough money to move, but do you have enough money to live there once you move? Like, you probably can't sustain yourself once you move. So you might as well just, stay in one place. Or you have enough money to go to that expo, but do you have enough money to get back? Like, you might as well not go to that expo. You might as well not spend that money on marketing. Like, you have this money saved and you can market your business, but what if you don't have any sales in the next few weeks? You needed that money to live on. You should be too scared to spend it. They want you to have some sort of scarcity mindset, like lack mindset, and not invest in yourself and not invest in what life could be for you. And it's because they know that if you make this one move that they're telling you not to make, if you make it anyway, you will be free forever. That will just solidify it. People already are talking about how strong you are, how resilient you are, how you survived them, how they didn't take you out of here like they said they would, how none of their financial abuse or, none of the things they did to you to try to stop you from being able to invest in yourself, none of it worked. People are already talking about that. How the whole time you've been this star, and how gross and misshapen and deformed somebody must be to speak about you in any way other than as a star. People are already talking about that. If you take this next step and embody that, it's over for them. That's why they're trying to talk you out of it. I'm hearing, be not deceived, God is not mocked. Some of you have a calling, and people think they can mock God by creating a situation where you can't step into your calling. You can't be who you're called to be. Like, oh, okay, God called you to be this, but I can mess up your situation where you're not going to walk in your calling. And that's a really dangerous game to play because God is not mocked. Far from it. Far from it. 3 of Cups. Yeah, you have a lot that you're going to celebrate. 3 of Pentacles and 3 of Cups are here. All the work you've done, you will be able to celebrate. You will have a reward for what you've put in. You will have your outcome. No one can keep that from you. The door of escape is open. That's why people are so triggered by you right now. They thought they could control what does and doesn't happen to you. God is showing them that that's absolutely not true, that he could open the door of escape for you. Only he can open it. The word of God says that God can open doors that no man can shut. He can even shut doors no man can open. And there are some mortals finding out that they're just that, mortals. They don't decide what happens to you. And instead of wasting their time being karmic, and oh wow, yeah, that's really scary for them because they're finding out that they did waste their time being karmic. They wasted their time doing a bunch of stuff to you that now has to be returned back on them. Just like you need a return on your investment, they're going to get a return on their investment, and they're looking at everything they invested into you, trying to make you feel small, trying to make you feel powerless, trying to make you feel like you have nothing to offer, you're not someone of worth. That all has to be returned to them. It's by spiritual law. Part of your strength that people are noticing is you have the strength to outlast them. We reap if we faint not. That's the word. If you want to reap your reward, just don't faint. Don't let the persecution wear you out. And that's when you, on the other side of that finish line, you get your reward. You have outlasted this oppressor. You didn't let them destroy you, wear you out, cause you to faint, cause you to give up. That's your strength, that you endured. You endured to the end. So you get your reward of all the things that you put in. That's the genius of you. People are realizing that. That's the genius of you. You did not go tit for tat. So there's nothing that you didn't do anything to these oppressors that needs to be returned to you. Your hands are clean. But these oppressors did a lot to you that now needs to be returned to them. And when they look at your storehouse versus their storehouse, they realize you have positive things stored up, dharma. They have really negative things stored up, karma. There are people you know, and their whole life is just karma. They may tell you that they're really going through or that they're really struggling. People mistreat them. People treat them so badly. And you're going to realize that's not the case at all. They're just receiving their karma for all the really negative, shysty things they do to people. And some of them, they're able to like survive by making people think that they're like this long suffering servant, and that like God gives his greatest trials to his strongest soldiers. And it's not true. And they know they're going to get exposed, that their life is not one big test, trial, or tribulation. Their life is just karmic. And what's going to expose them is all your dharma that you're about to walk into, these Three of Cups, these celebrations. And then people are going to say, oh, wow, Earth Collective earned a harvest. So maybe these oppressor people earned oppression. And maybe they're not going through tests and trials and tribulations. Maybe they're simply getting the natural consequences of the way that they treated people. And if there's one thing an oppressor doesn't want, it's to be unmasked. That's why these people are freaking out, because you're unmasking them. The goodness you're walking into, the abundance, the blessings, the happiness that's laid out before you will expose them. That they live miserable lives because they're miserable people. And they want to contain that. They want to contain that revelation. Star card represents the revelation. Star and strength are on the same frequency. And you show up in strength, but you resonate as a star. So they need to contain you. They need to contain your light. They need to contain your reach. So your life well lived, they need to make sure it doesn't wake people up. Make sure you see these people clearly. Don't let them cause you to become nervous and thinking that you can't do something. Yes, you can. They need you to think you can't do it so that they won't get exposed. And wow, clarifying the Three of Cups, we have Seven of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, and the Lovers. I told you, Devil and Lovers are on the same frequency. They're both the 6. And then we have 2 sevens, 7, 7. Seven of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. 7 is completion. 7 is such a sacred, holy number. I'm hearing you've won. You have so much to celebrate. And that's all that's ahead of you is just celebration. You endured. You endured some real shady, nasty energy. If you ever thought that someone you cared for, someone you connected to was your op, they were your op in a way that you can't even imagine. They're your op on earth and in heaven, in the spiritual realm. Your spiritual team recognizes someone that you once loved. Maybe you still love them, but your spiritual team recognizes them as an enemy. They use their connection to you to get information about you, to find out what were your next moves so they could sabotage them. They saw your strength, but they wanted to be stronger, and they wanted you to know that they were stronger. That you think you're going to be this, and you think you're going to be that, and you think you're going to have all of this. They saw you becoming greater than them. That people would praise you more than them. There's a story about King David where after he slayed Goliath, the people took up a song about him, and they said, Saul, who was king at the time, he's slain his thousands, but David has slain 10,000. And after that, King Saul became fatally jealous of David and was his enemy to the end of his life, his enemy. And if you know about King David's life, King Saul became his father-in-law. And even his father-in-law, fatally jealous of him over that one little thing, that in the eyes of others, they think you're greater than me. Jealousy is a cruel, cruel thing. And with 7 wands and 7 pentacles, that tells me people, clarifying the 3 of cups, people are like singing your praises. They're talking about how excellent you are. Just because maybe they don't say it to your face doesn't mean it's not happening. Behind your back, there are people who are acknowledging how excellent you are. You have double Leo energy here. They're talking about how excellent you are. With strength and 7 of wands, you overcame, and you overcame it by yourself. You found opportunities and you created opportunities by yourself. No one helped you. You did it by yourself. You're worthy to be sung about, to be admired, to be complimented, to be praised. Somebody can't take it. And you have to know that about them, because there's too much beauty waiting for you to get caught up with this person. Leave them to their karma. Leave them to their karma. You don't need to worry about their karma. You just worry about, wow, I have 3 of cups ahead of me, times of rejoicing and feasting and laughing, coming into union with everything that I sowed for, that I worked for, that I wished for. That's what you have ahead of you. That's what's next for you. 2 of Swords speaks about difficult decisions. What's a difficult decision? Should you share? Should you share your love? Should you share your joy? Should you share all the good things that are happening for you? You came by way of these good things by making difficult decisions. It's not your fault if other people didn't. Oh my God. Knight of Cups and King of Cups. Despite everything you've been through, your heart is still big. Your heart is still big. So maybe that's why your outcome is the Queen of Pentacles. Because some of you, you're so loving, you can't turn off how much love you feel for other people. And even after all the dirt they've done for you, done towards you, once you come into your own and come into your harvest, you still have a heart to want to help them. So as Queen of Pentacles, God gives you this promise: you'll always have more than enough. So if you want to help someone out of the goodness of your heart, you can. Because you have people who've done you dirty, who have a lot of karma coming to them, but you still love them. So God makes you this promise that if you want to help them still, you'll be able to help them and it won't hurt you. You'll be able to help them in a way, like it'll be money you don't miss. Or, if they don't acknowledge you, they won't be able to hurt you. Knight of Swords is your clarifier. You'll always be protected. Wow. You're such a beautiful group of people. I wish you well. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, please don't forget to check out the other videos. Thank you.